May 17, 2005, 5 a.m. A frantic 911 call slices through the silence of rural Kentucky. A woman's voice, screaming, "Someone broke in. They shot my husband." When police rush to the Bosley family's rustic log cabin in Alexandria, they find a chaotic scene: broken glass, overturned furniture, and a woman in shock holding her two children. But something doesn't sit right. The children's stories don't match their mother's. Evidence turns up in an unusual place: the washing machine. And soon detectives uncover a chilling truth. The killer wasn't a stranger. The killer was already inside the house. Robert Bob Bosley was the epitome of the American dream. Born in 1962, raised in a religious, working-class family in Alexandria, Bob built his fortune from the ground up, starting with chimney cleaning and roof repairs. Through sheer grit, he transformed his one-man hustle into a booming business: Bosley Roofing and Chimney Sweep. Soon Bob was not just successful, he was rich. He bought sports cars, an airplane, rental properties, and a luxury boat infamous for wild parties on Lake Cumberland. His charm, wealth, and generosity made him a local celebrity. And that's when Amy entered the picture. Amy Pape was 18, beautiful, and from humble roots. She met Bob while waitressing and was quickly swept into his fast-paced world. 4 years later they married. The girl from a struggling home had become the wife of one of Kentucky's wealthiest entrepreneurs. They had 2 kids, Morgan and Trevor, and Amy left the party scene behind for PTA meetings and school functions. Publicly, the Bosleys looked perfect: successful, generous, admired. Privately, cracks were forming. Bob, frustrated with paperwork, handed financial control of the company to Amy. She took over payroll, taxes, and billing, and soon began rerouting funds into a secret personal account. 4 years she dodged the IRS by redirecting mail and impersonating Bob on calls. But the government was closing in. On May 17, 2005, Bob was scheduled to meet with IRS agents. They were demanding answers about $1.7 million in unpaid taxes, money Amy had quietly embezzled. But Bob never made it to that meeting. Instead, around 5 a.m., Amy made a panicked 911 call, claiming an intruder had broken in and killed her husband. When police arrived, they found Bob's body in the bedroom, shot multiple times. Only 2 shell casings were visible. Then came a critical clue. Inside the washing machine, a folded cloth containing 4 more shell casings soaked in wet laundry. It didn't add up. Why would a burglar hide evidence in the washer? Even stranger, Amy's story contradicted her own children's. She said she heard glass shatter, then gunshots. Her children heard gunshots first. The house looked ransacked, but valuables were untouched. The shattered rear door? Most of the glass was outside, not inside, suggesting it was broken from within. Amy's injuries? 2 scratches on her chest, later revealed to be too symmetrical to be defensive wounds. Forensics showed her blouse had been cut with scissors and then ripped to appear torn. Detectives now believe the crime scene was staged. Amy described the intruder in detail: a white male with a nasal voice and foul breath. But there was no sign of forced entry. No footprints. No suspicious vehicle. Nothing. Then came the breakthrough. One version says police found the murder weapon, a pistol from Bob's own gun collection, hidden in Amy's handbag behind a wardrobe. Another account claims Amy's sister, who had taken custody of the kids that night, found the gun while sorting through Amy's belongings. She turned it over to police. Either way, ballistics matched. The casings in the washer and bedroom came from that pistol. While the bullets in Bob's body were too damaged to confirm 100%, the circumstantial evidence was overwhelming. And investigators had more photos from Bob's safe showing wild parties and a possible affair. Had Amy killed for revenge? No, her motive was much darker: greed and the fear of being caught. According to investigators, Amy may have sedated the children. While Bob slept, she stood over him and fired. He awoke, injured, tried to stop her. She fired again, ending his life. Then she staged the break-in. Used a family baseball bat to break the door. Scattered prescription bottles. Hid casings in the washer. Inflicted fake wounds. And made a fake emergency call. Lab tests confirmed the glass on the bat matched the shattered door. No intruder. No forced entry. No escape route. Despite the mountain of evidence, prosecutors feared one thing: the children, just 9 and 6, would have to testify against their mother. So they offered a deal. In exchange for sparing her kids the trauma of trial, Amy Bosley accepted a plea. She admitted guilt but never revealed what happened to the stolen millions. On November 2, 2006, she was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Under Kentucky law, she'd be eligible for parole after 17. On May 17, 2022, exactly 17 years after Bob's murder, Amy Bosley walked free. She was 54. Her whereabouts today are unknown. Some believe she may have gone searching for the millions she embezzled. Bob Bosley was laid to rest at St. Stephen's Cemetery in Campbell County. A man remembered for his generosity, loyalty, and hard work, murdered by the woman he trusted most. Amy Bosley wasn't destitute. Bob wasn't abusive. The IRS might have helped negotiate a payment plan. A divorce could have left her wealthy and free. But instead she chose murder. To protect a lie. To keep a secret. To preserve a lifestyle built on theft. And in the end, as the old American proverb goes, nothing is certain, except death and taxes. In Amy Bosley's case, both came knocking.